The tech world moves fast. New devices arrive and old ones get replaced before we even get used to them. But sometimes a product comes along that isn't just another upgrade. It's a step forward that shapes what will come next. Right now, that product is the Apple M5 iPad Pro. This isn't just a rumor making the rounds in small corners of the internet. The conversation is everywhere, from major tech sites to casual chats between Apple fans. People want to know what Apple is about to do. And with good reason. The M5 iPad Pro is more than a minor refresh. It's a key part of Apple's bigger strategy for the future of tablets. The legacy that brought us here, to understand why the M5 matters so much, we need to look at what came before. The iPad Pro has always been Apple's way of showing what a tablet could be. It wasn't meant to be just a media device. It was a full creative and professional tool. The last model, the M4 iPad Pro, was a prime example. It was sleek, light, and incredibly powerful. The OLED display was stunning, delivering rich colors and deep blacks. For most people, the M4's M-series chip was already overkill. You could edit 4K video, run 3D modeling apps, or multitask with several heavy programs without breaking a sweat. But here's the thing, Apple doesn't settle. Even when their current device is ahead of the competition, they're already planning the next leap. That's where the M5 comes in. Not just a faster chip, it's tempting to think of a new iPad Pro as last year's model, but faster. And yes, the M5 brings more speed, a lot more. It's built on TSMC's N3P process, a cutting-edge 3-nanometer node. That means it's smaller, more efficient, and more powerful than the chip before it. A smaller chip can do more work while using less energy. For you, that translates into faster performance without draining the battery as quickly. It also means the device can stay cooler under load. For most people, the M4 was already more than enough. But software keeps evolving. Apps get more advanced, workflows get heavier, and features demand more processing power. The upcoming iPadOS 26 with smoother multitasking and expanded Pro tools will make that extra headroom matter. If you're a creative professional, an editor working on high-resolution footage, an artist handling large layered canvases, or a 3D designer rendering complex models, you'll notice the difference. This isn't a maybe you'll feel it upgrade. It's the kind of jump that lets you push your projects further without the device slowing down. Apple's track record suggests around a 20% performance boost over the M4. That might not sound huge for casual use like browsing or emailing, but in demanding tasks, it's a serious gain. The display. Quietly, revolutionary performance upgrades get the headlines, but the display changes could be the real game changer here. Apple is preparing to use QoF technology, short for chip-on-film. This process allows the tiny chips that control every pixel to sit right at the edge of the flexible display. Why does that matter? Because it lets Apple make the bezels much thinner. Thinner bezels mean more screen in the same size body. That extra immersion makes a big difference in creative work and entertainment. You feel closer to your art, your videos, and your games. It's not just about looks. QoF can also improve efficiency by speeding up how display signals are processed. That can even help battery life. While Apple will probably still claim about 10 hours per charge as they always do, these refinements add up. The rumor mill suggests the M5's bezels could match or beat the thinnest on the market, even Samsung's Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra, which is known for its razor-thin borders. And here's the bigger picture. QoF is a stepping stone to future display tech. Foldable iPads, edge-to-edge panels, and other form factors become more possible with this kind of advancement. Supply chain moves. That matter, these changes aren't quick or easy to make. They're the result of years of planning and partnerships. Apple is reportedly working closely with LG and Samsung Semicon to bring these new displays into production at scale. Why does that matter to you? Because it means Apple can keep releasing new tech without long delays or shortages. A reliable supply chain keeps prices stable and availability high. It also means the iPad Pro will stay on the leading edge for years to come. Apple's supply chain strategy is part of why they've been able to roll out cutting-edge devices so consistently. The M5 iPad Pro is another example of that long-term thinking. Internal upgrades. Beyond the chip, the M5 iPad Pro isn't just getting a better processor, it's also expected to bump the base RAM to 16 GB. That's a big deal for multitasking and working with heavy apps. More RAM means you can keep more apps open, work with bigger files, and avoid the slowdowns that happen when a device runs out of memory. Connectivity is also moving forward. The M5 is expected to support Wi-Fi 7, the newest wireless standard. That means faster speeds, lower latency, and more stable connections, perfect for cloud storage, collaborative work, and streaming. Whether you're working at home, in a cafe, or in a shared office space, your connection will feel more solid. Design. Familiar but polished. If you're hoping for a wild new design, you might have to wait a bit longer. The M5 iPad Pro will likely keep the sleek, lightweight chassis introduced with the M4. It's already one of the best-looking tablets on the market, so this isn't surprising. The color options are expected to remain space black and silver. But even without a dramatic redesign, the combination of a better display, more power, and thinner bezels will make it feel like a more modern device. If you're upgrading from a model older than the M4, you'll notice a massive jump, not just in speed, but in display quality, battery efficiency, and overall handling. Should you upgrade? If you already own an M4 iPad Pro, the decision depends on how you use it. For light tasks, the M4 will remain more than capable for years. But if you want the latest tech, thinner bezels, and that extra performance for demanding work, the M5 will be tempting. Here's a tip. When the M5 launches, watch for discounts on the M4. Apple doesn't cut prices on its own store, but third-party retailers often slash prices on older models when new ones arrive. That could make the M4 one of the best deals in Pro tablets. For those who want the absolute newest and most capable iPad, the M5 is the clear choice. For those who want value, the M4 will soon hit a sweet spot. The bigger vision, the most important thing to understand is that the M5 isn't just a one-year update. It's part of Apple's roadmap for the next wave of devices. COF displays, advanced chips, and upgraded wireless are all stepping stones toward things like foldable iPads, ultra-thin designs, and new ways to interact with your device. Apple's approach is slow, deliberate, and calculated. They introduce the building blocks now, so when the big leap happens, it feels seamless. The M5 iPad Pro is one of those building blocks. In short, the M5 is not just the new iPad Pro. It's a signal that Apple is ready for the next era of mobile creativity. And whether you upgrade now or not, that's exciting for anyone who uses a tablet to work, create, or just enjoy great technology.